Sarah lived 127 years. She died. And Abraham was so sad about the departure. Sarah had to leave the table, isn't it? We have to leave our tables. Our insecurity, our security, our rooted place, our habits, our way of life. We will come to a point where we have to leave our tables. And it is a fact of life, isn't it? The frame that we are in, the life that we are used to, the security, and sometimes it becomes our sin because we get used to things. The security of God, providence of God is forgotten. That the Lord does not look after you, so you will have your own security in your own table. And then what happens? Your insecurity will put you to sin, where you depend on prestige, money, wealth, and relationships. So that is your table where you are stuck. Today the Lord is inviting Matthew, and at his seat in the custom house, Jesus moved on from there. He saw a man named Matthew at his seat in the customs house, and he said to him, "Follow me." And Matthew got up and followed him. So it is to leave your table is a challenge. To leave your table is a risk. You have to break your boundary, break your security. So tax collector is a sinner, isn't it? So that table is the place he gathered things by hook or crook. So innocent people were misused. He stole things. When Rome asked him to get the taxes according to a percentage, he doubled it because he had a commission. So that's how his table, he made his table with all his plans, with all his collection, with all his sins. People despised him. So our Lord is the Lord who left the heavenly table, banquet, and came to this dungeon, the dirty place. He came to our tables. In Revelation chapter 3, verse 20, it is said, "I will knock at your door. If you open, I will sit and dine with you." Table is a place there where the Jews had their meals. A meal denotes a sharing of life. So you become one with the person with whom you are having the meal. So today we find when Matthew left his table, the Lord comes to his table. Word says, and Matthew got up and followed him. Now it happened, while Jesus was at the table in Matthew's house, many tax collectors and sinners joined Jesus and his disciples. Jesus and his disciples. So all the tax collectors, all the sinners. And remember, doctor's table. The patients would come to the doctor's chair, isn't it? Doctor's table. All of them, they come there for medication. That's exactly why the Lord is saying, when Jesus heard this, healthy people do not need a doctor, but sick people do. Go and find out what this means. What I want is mercy, not sacrifice. I did not come to call the righteous, but sinners. So doctor is waiting at your wounded life. So Doctor requires few things. If the patient needs medication and healing, the patient should tell the truth. First of all, should accept that I am sick. So the one who does not accept that I am sick won't go to the doctors, isn't it? That pride will blind him completely. And then also, he should believe that this particular doctor can heal me. That's exactly why you go to the doctors. And thirdly, you have to tell the truth. However much you believe in the doctor and you accept your sickness, but then if you don't tell your truth, you will never be cured. And you believe when you open up your heart out, when you completely naked yourself before the doctor, he will examine you and give you instructions and medication. And you have to believe and observe them. Of course, it is a difficult thing. It causes pain, isn't it? If the wound is deep, doctor has to clean it. You have to go through pain. The purification requires pain. But then you believe that pain is for healing. Let doctor touch your wound, touch your weakness, identify it. That's how you are being cured. The cure won't happen all of a sudden. It takes time. Definitely it takes time. You believe the doctor, and obedience is another requirement. You obey him. Do as he tells you. And when you are being you're being healed, my dear friends. So it's a message, good news of a table. Leaving your table, Jesus coming to your table, and it becomes doctor's table, where you are being completely healed, and at last you are being called to the banquet of heaven, that heavenly table. So when we are here, the altar, Lord's table, would give us that opportunity to enjoy that heavenly table. You're being cured, healed, empowered, and sent from that table. Think about it and have a nice day. May God bless you, my dear friends.